Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Michaela Peters. Usually I do these before I'm going to leave the house and I have some makeup on. I always get all these weird comments about my makeup when I wear makeup, and the honest truth is just half the time I'm too lazy at this point to even care about that. So I have this bag that's making noise over here. Okay, it's done. All right, so today I'm going to talk briefly about why I even do YouTube. Was feeling not so inspired to talk about something very substantial, but I've been thinking a lot about how my one friend is like, oh, the reason why people become influencers is for two reasons. Either they want money or they want attention. So I don't really like this whole statement when people say that people want attention, because the reality is everybody likes attention. People like to be acknowledged for doing a good job. People like to have social interactions. Like, humans were not created in a vacuum. Like, everybody wants to interact with somebody. So yes, you could argue that you're getting attention in another form of like you're encouraging an interaction with people. I'm not even trying to necessarily agree with that, because I feel like the depth of interaction through YouTube is so superficial that I'm not really getting attention the way I'd like to be getting attention from doing this channel. Like, I enjoy one-on-one interactions with people. I'm not like a big, like, I want everybody to be looking at me. In fact, in places where people do stare at me a lot, I just like don't even want to be there. Like, I think that's why I like working from home, and I like being able to like hide and blend in. It's part of the reason why I like being in countries where I look like I even belong there, you know? I went to South Africa once. If you're in, like, Cape Town, it's fine. If you're anywhere else, people are going to stare at you. I had people coming up and wanting to take pictures with me just because I was white. That's fine. I mean, it was flattering and stuff, but I just don't like being stared at, and I distinctly remember that feeling when I was there. Same thing in the Dominican Republic. Like, I'm white, and most people there are not, so it was drawing a lot of attention. I remember like somebody coming and like pulling on my hair randomly because it was like different looking, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. All those things, not a fan of. So, you know, to say that the YouTube channel is to get attention, certainly not. In fact, there's so much attention that it's like there's literally a separate part of my brain that activates where it's like I'm not even viewing all of, well, first off, I've been doing a lot of research for my PhD, and it's like bots are a thing. And I remember at the beginning of starting this channel, people are like, don't pay attention to the rude comments, they're just bots. And they might be, like, really. So part of it is it's such a superficial form of interaction. To say that the attention that I'm getting from it is in any way fulfilling is just not the case. So there's that. So that brings me to the second point. It's either to get attention, and again, I'd argue everybody likes attention, and I think I don't really understand the whole accusation of this person just likes attention. I think everybody does. Like, I just don't understand why people don't understand that. So maybe you can let me know in the comments below why people don't understand that. So there's that one thing. Like, yes, do I think people like attention more than other people? Some people, yeah, probably, but it's probably an attention deficit from you're not getting attention from other places in your life. I mean, yeah, maybe that's what's going on. I don't really have a lot of super fulfilling interactions with people right now, to be honest, because fear and betrayal, I'm gonna be honest, that's really what's going on. I feel like I had like too many dumpster fires of people just being jerks to me in the last couple of years, and I'm just like, I'm not about it. I'm just gonna vibe by myself. It's cool. All right, whatever. Next topic. Okay, so the next reason why people do YouTube is to make money. Duh, that's obviously why I'm here. I don't even know what else to say. I feel like that was the most obvious one. When I got to a point where I realized, wow, monetization was possible, and also I feel like this is pretty low effort for being able to get $5 a day. How else can I randomly get $5 a day? By talking into my computer screen for 5 to 40 minutes is the high end, but you know, 5 to 15 minutes a day and make $5. That's like $20 an hour. That's like a poor paying job in the US. Yeah, Russian people are going to have something to say about that. But yeah, $20 an hour, you know, that's what I used to get paid like 10 years ago. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. And it's like, I guess, okay, really, the English side is like, whatever, it's random. But the Russian side is useful because it's like, I always had this phobia of like, after I graduated and started working full time, I'd be so busy, I wouldn't be able to maintain my Russian. So really, YouTube has just served as a creative platform by which I can maintain my Russian. And it's great because, you know, I talk, I make grammar mistakes, I get feedback. This was not like an OG idea, by the way. There's this random polyglot guy, I have no idea what his name is. I think he's this Jewish guy who lives in Brooklyn, like in New York City. And he does a YouTube channel where he like will talk in different languages and then he's like correct my grammar mistakes. So I was like, that's a good idea. So like, no, I'm not that original. Are you kidding me? Yeah, so I don't know. I think a lot of it is just like, if I wasn't monetized and if this was not like some form of revenue stream, like I need some incentive to do anything. It's kind of amazing I do the PhD and don't get paid for it. And the reason why I do that at this point is because it helps me maintain my residence permit in Finland, which is like an intrinsically valuable thing to me. So it's the same thing with Russian. Like maintaining my Russian, it actually is kind of paying me through YouTube monetization, but generally it has never paid me. I've paid it to be good at Russian, right? Like I've had to go get language classes and all these other things. So, you know, whatever. So yeah, it's like reasons for doing YouTube. I don't know, like it's mostly because I get paid from it. If YouTube just stopped monetizing tomorrow, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I would continue this channel. And, you know, it's like, oh, do it for the fans. That's nice. That's a nice thought, but I don't know. Unless I could find another way to, like, monetize through not being monetized through the Google AdSense. Like, just very honestly, like, point blank, like, this is how I feel. Because it's like I need some sort of incentive to respond to. And just the attention is not the incentive for me. The attention is, like, feeling like I'm accomplishing something. And getting paid for something is one way that I feel like I'm accomplishing something. Getting attention from a bunch of randos on the internet, not it. So I get enough attention in real life. I don't know what else to say about that. Yeah, that's not humble. I don't care. It's the truth, okay? Like, the truth sometimes is kind of rude. That's the thing I hate sometimes when I'm talking. I'm, like, really carefully trying to structure what I'm saying so it won't be rude, and half the time it doesn't even work. But yeah, I think, you know, there was somebody who posted something about, like, the likability factor, because I'm like, why do people like me so much? And I kind of actually want to make a separate video going through, like, why I agree or disagree with that. But one of the primary things I realized is that people really appreciate, like, authenticity and, like, you know, somebody being genuine, which is what I've always been my entire life, and I think that's the real reason why people watch this channel. Aside from the Michaela is so beautiful, Michaela's Russian is so good, oh my gosh, Michaela is so smart, Michaela is a spy, whatever. I mean, yeah, that's the Russian side, not the English side, but whatever. The English side is my personal expression. Also, I think that the thing that YouTube does is so at the beginning it was pretty hard to do, and a lot of people are like, oh, I could never do that. Yeah, I mean, it was hard at the beginning. I seemed very, like, stiff and rigid, and if you look back at my first video, it's really awkward, but a lot of it is me trying to get comfortable, like, with public speaking, even though it's like I'm speaking into a camera, but it's more of, oh, I know that, like, 10,000 people could watch this video. Not that they will, probably more like 2,000 max, but more like 800 on average, something like that. But yeah, like, I had a phobia of public speaking, and so I think this is kind of helping with that. So it's serving that function too, because as I, you know, advance in my different career paths, that's going to become necessary, whether I start giving presentations at conferences or become a professor or whatever the heck I'm going to do with my life. Who knows? I have no idea. Also, somebody was like, Michaela looks a lot younger than she says she is, and I'm like, what kind of people are you looking at who don't look good for their age? I have no idea what to say about that one. Yeah, there's a lot of comments. I should just do a video where I respond to different comments that I think are absurd. That would be hilarious, honestly. Yeah. So I don't know, I got some of my work done. I woke up in a little bit of a frenzy and was like, crap, I have crap to get done. And I did some stuff, and it kind of calmed my nerves, so I might try to go back to sleep for a few hours before I have to go to the library for my research. I hate doing this. And then, yeah, so that's that. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add. That was kind of it, but why do I do YouTube? Because it pays me. It's a job. Like, literally, I view this as nothing more than a job, and I don't get what people don't get about that. The end. All right, until next time. Bye.